seen the best of them jammed up. 25 to life in the gas tank. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phone, they can hear us. 7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phones.
Hey, what's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, get the rest. Hey, I got that check-in to go. I'm gone. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your. Breno Javinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life?
All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Buffalo Bills. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. First down, Lauletta. And an alley to run. He finds an opening past the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second down, here's Lauletta. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's taken down inside the 30. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
All right, here we go.
Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. This is 3rd and long. Here's Lauletta. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And Rosas puts this one through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Now Allen. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
No. Check. Patriot.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Kareem Martin. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Here's Lauletta now on 2nd. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play.
Hurry up, here we go. 3,
Lauletta on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Back to throw, Lauletta. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. They give it to Anderson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. Looking for Shepard deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56.
To throw again. Allen. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. On play action, Allen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Set! Green, 39!
Now here's Lauletta. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Lauletta. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now let's go! 319! 319! Leopard! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's a give to Barkley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now Lauletta on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quan Alexander coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
From the gun, here's Lauletta. And that's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Myles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Myles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lauletta to throw. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, there'll be marginal yardage against them.
On first down, it's Lauletta. He dumps it off to Barkley. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Detroit! Leopard!
On second down, Anderson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now third down. The Giants on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Gone!
Lauletta. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Buffalo after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Allen will try again on second down. Now he'll escape to his left.
Now, Barney!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. Here's Peterman to throw. He goes underneath to Ingram. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Given 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Peterman. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him, everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
First and 10, Lauletta. Caught left side, it's Beckham. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. A good pick up there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Lauletta looking to throw on second down. He's going to let it go deep from Mitchell. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half.
Right,
they've got it first and 10. After the interception, here's Peterman rolling to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now the Bills will hustle to the line.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Detroit! No. Check. Patriot! Detroit!
From the gun, it's Peterman. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. So we come upon halftime here with a visiting Giant. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
Detroit! Gun!
Again on second and 10, it's Peterman. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. To throw is Peterman. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
On second down, here's Lauletta. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Matt Milano not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. This is 3rd and long. Here's Lauletta. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Stay on attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Peterman now just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a first down.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
Out of the gun, Peterman. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now it's Peterman. And he rifles one incomplete. Will tie the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now out come the Giants. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? So
the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Here's Lauletta. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 32. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on his...
Ingram churning. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Gone! Detroit!
Second down, Peterman. Open space inside the 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to run with Ingram. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Boston Scott taking it in for 2 yards out. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now 13-7. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Here's Lauletta now on second. It's hauled in by Shepard. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Green, 39.
They'll fake it. Now Lauletta. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They'll throw on first down with Peterman. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing now, Peterman on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
A lone second remains now in this third quarter.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Second and 10 now, Peterman. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now running. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And incomplete here on third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Lauletta looking for a first down throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Trent Murphy in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Here we go now.
Lauletta to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Lauletta. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. Here's Riley Dixon now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taking it about the 16. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now Peterman on second down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Bills on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17.
Gone! 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 Gone!
From the shotgun, Peterman. He sets to fire deep. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
Here's Lauletta. Oh, now he bowls him over. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Lauletta. It's caught, Shepard. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Lauletta. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Here we go. 3:19.
From the red zone now, Lauletta. Escaping the pressure right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Handoff comes to Anderson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. On third down, Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And the Bills getting set to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Throwing now is Peterman. And he whips that one incomplete there. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play here for the Bills. 59 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Peterman to throw. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Peterman. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now Peterman. Buying time to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Giants, and that ought to just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now the Bills will take another timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Giants on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. They run it again with Anderson. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go into this.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bills will hustle to the line.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You